Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in for this version of Fulton First Mayor's Minutes coming to you from Fulton City Hall. Glad you're able to join us and learn more about what's happening around the city of Fulton. You know, one of the things we looked at and have been evaluating is how do we get the information out there? How do we get it to those who don't use social media? How do we get it to those who prefer social media and various other forms of social media besides just Facebook? So one of the things we're doing in collaboration with the Community Development Agency is working with a marketing group that's working on a marketing campaign to get messaging out there for us on all platforms. So whether it's a press release in the local newspapers, it's on social media, or we are putting newsletters out, we're finding other ways to get information out there. I never thought I'd say this, but Fulton's on TikTok. So we're excited that we have a presence on TikTok now, and we have some really cool videos. Starting in June, we're going to be highlighting businesses one a week, and we're doing some spotlight videos. We're really excited about the first video that we filmed this week that'll be ready June 1st. So we'll be rolling that out and just doing some simple but fun, upbeat, really cool marketing for the city of Fulton. I think is long overdue, and we're excited about that. So be on the lookout for various forms of communication that we're going to be enhancing and improving to get more of that message out there, that it's important to you and is important to us that we share about what's happening in Fulton in the day-to-day operations. That being said, we recently just rolled out our DRI $750,000 small business grant fund. That is ready to go. Applications are ready, and businesses are encouraged to call the Fulton Community Development Agency to learn more about how they may benefit from this, if you're eligible, how to apply, or if you simply just want counseling on how to improve your small business. Recently, the Community Development Agency and myself went out on a tour of the city and met with some small businesses, learned about our small business community, and our Community Development Agency staff is going to be going out more and doing one-on-one visits with the area businesses, both east side and west, to talk about what your needs are and how we can apply for other grant funds and other monies that are available to enhance your business and provide you the services that you need. So please be on the lookout for that as well. We have some things going on around the city in terms of maintenance. We are starting our paving. We're starting first with the side streets. So the first round of bids, when we put out the work, we only did the side streets first because that's the first round of paving that we will do. So you'll see the side streets that were identified as the most problematic, those will be paved. Yes, regardless of what people like to put out on social media and what people like to put out in the community, there is going to be a 481 paving project. Yes, we're going to be doing it, but we're going to be doing it right. We didn't take down the digital signs that had the message on there because we weren't doing the project. We took it down because we used those for other events. We will be doing a 481 pave project, but we're going to do it under the guide of an engineering firm that's going to walk us through doing it right. We don't want to just paint it black, if you will. We don't want to just pave it. We want to address the 69 manholes along 481. We want to address the curbing. We want to address the drainage. We want to make sure that aesthetically we're dressing it up and making it look nice. It's the gateway to the city of Fulton. It's the gateway to Oswego County. We have a real opportunity here. It hasn't been done. If we look back, and we've been going back in the archives, and to do a paved job to this magnitude, at the scope we want to do that, it's been more than 30 years that we've been able to do it to this magnitude. We want to do it right. We're going to start at the south end and work our way down to Oneida Street to get as close to Oneida Street as we can. The price of diesel, the price of gas, the price of fuel is affecting paving. All the material used, all the equipment used, the transporting of it is very costly. And the more that gas goes up, the more the cost of fuel and diesel goes up, that affects our ability to be able to do the job. So we're working efficiently and effectively. We're getting a master plan developed so that we can do it and do it right, so that it dresses up our city. So when you come into the city of Fulton, there's a wow factor there. So not only are our cars being able to drive across a smooth 481 passageway, but we're also able to be proud of what we see around there. And there's a consistency in the look and the feel. It's aesthetically pleasing. We're addressing drainage. We're addressing green space. We're addressing stormwater runoff, and so on. These are the things that we want to address and do it right. We also want to take into consideration all the projects that are happening with DRI along the 481 route and make sure we incorporate what work they're doing into what we're doing so that we can make our dollars stretch farther. So yes, regardless of what people are saying and regardless of the sabotage message that tries to go out there, I promise you we are working on the 481 project this year. And we are proud to be able to do that and do it right because that's what you deserve. So we'll continue to share the right information. We'll continue to share the facts. And we'll continue to get that information to you, the community, who deserves to hear what's really happening in the city of Fulton. In addition, we have some events that are coming up, like the community market. We have Tunes in June that starts the first Wednesday in June and will continue through. If for some reason we have a rain date on a Wednesday, they are going to be performing on Thursday. We have sponsors, we have music, we have food. Really excited to have Tunes in June coming back. Also in June is the community market, and to kind of kick off, it's going to be a day to spend in Fulton. We'll have the farmers market, the community market, we'll have citywide yard sales. So it's really a day to come, spend some time in Fulton, get some really great deals, and enjoy Central New York and enjoy the city of Fulton. So we're excited to be able to provide that. We'll continue to provide different events throughout the city, throughout the rest of the summer as we're moving along. We just came off of our first block blitz of the year. We spent a week going around to all 6 wards, and in those 6 wards, we were able to identify the successes and the opportunities for improvement. And with that, we had quite a few code violations. We had a slew of safety concerns. We talked about opportunities for enhancements and improvements. We went in and we had probably on average about 10 to 15 violations per ward. So you're looking at upwards of, 70, 75 violations that we reported just in 1 week. We also brought in police and we were able to eradicate some of the problems in the neighborhoods. We were able to address vacancies. We were able to address blight. We were able to address some safety concerns with people squatting on properties, so on and so forth. We were able to strategize amongst departments. This is probably one of the biggest takeaways. We had an officer in full uniform that really made a difference being out on the street, walking the streets with us, talking to neighbors, having discussions, collaborating with the other departments. When our departments started to talk and started to learn from one another what we can and what we can't do, we started to learn strategy that was more effective. So whether it was an officer said, hey, I know how to fix that problem with that deck over there, or it was codes who said, hey, police, did you know that we can do X? Or it was fire that said, hey, this is what these signs mean on the vacant buildings. So police, if you go into these buildings, this is what it means for you. The collaboration went a long way. So we were able to cite many properties. We were able to get cleanups happen immediately while we were on property. We were able to get compliance immediately while we were on property, while we were in neighborhoods, while we were discussing with neighbors. We'd be discussing with one neighbor and we'd notice the neighbor across the street come out and pick up their garbage and pick up their garbage cans. We'd have neighbors asking us questions. How do I handle this? How can I go about putting my garbage out differently? What do I do with my recyclables? Is there a way that I can put a couch out and you come pick it up? A lot of different discussions that took place. Neighbors who came out and asked, what are you doing with that vacant property? How can I purchase that vacant piece of land? What are we going to do about demoing those properties? A lot of good discussions took place, and we were able to take action immediately as a result. Like I said, we probably had upwards of 70 or more violations that we were able to address, cite, and deal with, and we're working on all of those now. Since we started our new, what we call work order process through codes, which happened January 5th of 2021, we've had nearly 1,000 work orders come through since January of 2021. That's 1,000 work orders that we've been able to address, citing properties in the city and getting them cleaned up. We've had a lot of success with this. So kudos to all those departments who came out with us on the Block Blitz. We have 2 more scheduled, one for summer, one for fall. We'll continue those efforts. We have a great deal of confidence that we're going to have success on each one of these blitz, and we're going to continue to clean up the city. One issue I want to address is grass and grass cutting. As we look at grass around the city, it's May now. April showers bring May flowers. We've heard it all of our life. Well, in May of 2022, we're seeing a lot of grass. It's growing fast. It's getting long. And you're noticing that a lot of private properties are not cutting their grass. So I started doing some more research on this, and really it comes down to many different variables, several different variables, but one of it's economy and the price of gas. The price to fill up your lawnmower isn't what it was a year ago. The price to fix your lawnmower, to get it in operation, isn't what it was a year ago. Just to get the parts to fix your mowers is a wait time. So there's a lot of different variables right now that are contributing. We have aggressive weather that's contributing. We have the economy and what it's doing to all of us. It's hitting us hard in our pocketbook, and we know that. So, we see the grass. It's getting long. We are caught up on all of our grass cuts where, our crews are out there doing all they can, getting the grasses cut on properties that we own, properties that we don't own and had to cite through violations, through parks and recreation and DPW. The grass is being cut. I ask that everyone please be patient with all of us, with your neighbor. Talk to your neighbor, see what's going on. If they're not able to cut their grass, find out why. If it's a concern and it continues to be a violation, contact your common council. Your counselor should be citing that property if it's excessive, and we can then go in, cut it, and charge the property owner. But we are working on getting all the grass cut. We understand the concerns. We know that it's an issue, and we're looking at all the different avenues on how we can stay on top of it. It's an aggressive job and it's an aggressive project, but everyone's doing their best, including in the private sector. And we appreciate everyone's patience and we appreciate everyone's passion in wanting to make our city look beautiful. We're all with you. We're all on the same page, and we're working hard to do that. A lot going on in the city. Stay tuned. I wish I could share everything here on a video, but no one wants to really sit here on a video and listen for too long. So we'll get it out to you in other ways. So be on the lookout for, like I said, we'll do press releases, we'll do newsletters, we'll get it out on various social media formats, and we'll get that message out to you. Nice talking to everyone again. We'll bring you back some other updates here in the near future. Have a good rest of your spring, and we look forward to summer just around the corner. Thanks so much.